Hello, I'm Jonasz Rewiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Overnight on Monday, Russia launched a series of strikes on several Ukrainian cities. The attacks involved kamikaze drones, rockets and artillery fire. In Kherson, a civilian vehicle was hit by a drone. Initial reports confirmed that civilians were injured in the attack. Emergency services and law enforcement responded to the scene. In the neighboring Mykolaiv region, several drones struck residential homes and private properties, sparking fires. While no fatalities have been reported so far, damage to civilian property is significant. Meanwhile, as a result of Ukraine's overnight drone attack on Russia, several people were injured and houses and non-residential buildings were damaged, according to regional officials. The drones were downed in Russia's southwestern regions of Lipetsk and Voronezh. The Russian Defense Ministry said on Telegram that its units destroyed 55 Ukrainian drones overnight over 5 Russian regions and the Black Sea. Officials in the Russian town of Gusiev later clarified that 16 people were injured due to debris from downed unmanned aerial vehicles. 2 of the victims are in serious condition, one in a coma, and the other has damaged lungs. In the Russian city of Yelets in the Lipetsk region, a drone crashed in an industrial zone. Regional Governor Igor Artamonov reported on Telegram. One person was injured as a result of the overnight attack. On the front line, one of the analysts counted 1,700 fresh traces of Russian airstrikes on satellite images in the Sumy region south of Tetkino, where Ukrainian attacks on Russian territory continue. According to him, entire villages, forest camps and Ukrainian positions are being destroyed with the help of aerial bombs. The researcher also notes that the Ukrainian forces in this area are holding defensive lines in large forested areas, where positions are difficult to detect with drones, and that Russians are attempting to solve the issue via massive airstrikes. The author of the Westsy Wojna Telegram channel with the call sign Kisliak recently posted footage from the Ukrainian village of Ocheretino, where another masterpiece of Russian military-industrial thought was seen on the front line. A tank covered with metal tiles. Either that, or, according to an alternative version, these were not tiles but road bumpers. It is not known whether the occupiers planned to deflect shells or decorate the roof of the mobile bunker, but the appearance of this armored structure makes a comical rather than threatening impression. Presumably, this improvised armor was supposed to protect the crew from shape-charge ammunition or FPV drones. But in the conditions of a modern battlefield, such inventions not only save no one, but often make maneuvering rather more difficult.
Вот они, новейшие разработки нанотехнологий. Танк металлочерепицей обшили и поехали. Ему это помогло не сильно. Танк-мангал. Это херь называется. Все равно сгорел. Жалко, для 90
In the southern section of the front line, Ukrainian defenders recorded another action that illustrates the true face of the so-called Russian world. The video in question shows a motorized sidecar with a trailer containing a wooden box apparently designed to transport pigs. This is how the Russian military evacuates the wounded from the battlefield, believe it or not. This is neither black humor nor actually something that was staged. It is the reality of an army that claims to be the second best in the world. In the 21st century, under fire from high-tech weapons, the Russian army uses means worthy of a collective farm museum to save its soldiers. This is not an exception, but a systemic sign of logistical degradation.
Сюда бы палачников мы перевозили бы.
Ну, блядь, на туре нагружали, даже в конце?
Да. Где мой планшет, тварь ебаная?
Давно.
Когда ты мне его привезешь?
Сейчас жена ждет, придет.
А, ну хорошо.
Бабушка играет. Я говорю,
О, вот. Я знал, что это будет именно тут.
легенда! Всего это ТикТок!
Now, moving on to our next story, Pakovsk, Donetsk region. Daily attacks, cluster munition debris in the yards, empty windows that no longer light up at night. But there are still those in this city who do not want to, or who cannot leave. Their stories are a chronicle of survival on the very edge. Russian troops keep trying to storm Pakovsk. The tactics are familiar: destroy everything, and then enter the ruins under the slogan of liberation. The shelling continues day and night. Houses, schools, and infrastructure are being destroyed, but the city is still under Ukrainian control. Despite the threats, civilians remained in the city. Some people do not want to leave their homes, some are taking care of elderly relatives, some are simply afraid of the unknown. The Ukrainian State Emergency Service and volunteers constantly remind people of the need to evacuate, but the final decision is always up to the individual. Our next piece of footage is from Ukrainian volunteer Krzysztof Denis, also known as Hollander.
Отец, что, может, все-таки поедем, а? Ну, хватит сидеть здесь. Где они?
Сын поехал по хлеб.
Куда?
По хлеб.
Поехали, за ним заедем.
Я никуда не еду.
Вы остаетесь?
Да, у меня средний друг бегает.
Це сьогодні був, да, прилет?
4 штуки.
4 штуки, опять сюда. Слышишь, а что они тут ищут? Тут же ж нет военных.
Вообще, я говорю, одни мы остались. 3 человека.
3 человека, дома нема.
Не, и собака 3.
Поехали, мы сейчас заберем сына.
Спасибо.
Сын, говорит, за хлебом пошел.
А во сколько это было?
Это час.
Час назад.
The Russian military is increasingly recording a new threat: precision shelling from drones that are firing directly into the trenches. Now, one of these episodes was recently caught on video. A Russian soldier frantically fires into the air, trying to shoot down a drone hovering over the position. But it is too late. The deadly payload is already falling from the sky. A thermite charge penetrates the shelter, heats up to several thousand degrees, and instantly burns everything in the radius of the target. This is the main tactic of Ukrainian operators. Combined with reconnaissance, thermite munitions are becoming an extremely effective means of fighting Russian infantry. Neither sandbags nor roofs can save them. When the metal melts, there is nothing left to stop the fire.
Все, потух! Давайте еще автомат, патроны, автомат! Магазины, блядь! Сюда идет! Дорогу еб... Давай!
Антон, вон уехал,
Уехал? Пида...
And with this, we're ending this episode of Military Mind. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.